Hello everyone, it's Blueberry and thank you so much for joining me for yet another video. Now today's video is a little unexpected and last second, but hear me out and see why. Originally what we had planned was I was going to be doing a public fursuiting walk. I was going to do like a music compilation kind of a deal. I was going to have like different shots, outtakes, walking, dancing, you know, people taking pictures with me and so on. But once we actually got there, we started recording, it wasn't working out, we just weren't really feeling it. And then instead, Roselle had the idea of why not make like a furry geographic kind of, not a furry geographic, what am I saying? A National Geographic parody, you know, called like Furry Geographic or like, you know, National Furgraphic. Basically, it's just going to be like a comedy skit of how, you know, I became a YouTuber and, you know, he's going to like capture me and everything. It sounded really good on paper. And then we recorded it, we finished it, came home, I started editing it, and it moreover became, instead of like a comedy, it was like really cringy. It was like really hard for me to edit. So instead, for the most part of this video, I'll be doing a Q&A. However, at the end, if you do want to see some of the cringe or you might want to laugh or two, I'll have maybe a couple clips at the end of the video just so you see what I saved you from. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, like I said, and I really hope you enjoy the video. Starting off from Lightning Hunter, and it says, how many Sonas do I have? Currently, I only have Blueberry the Fur. However, in the past, I've actually had up to 3 to 4 at once. Now, the reason was, which I'm still a little confused on why I really did it, was each Sona would have individual parts that I wanted to have like in a main Sona, but I never actually made one. Instead, I just put the parts I wanted into like different species. I know it sounds really weird, but you know, for a couple years I did have, you know, multiple Sonas at once, from bunnies, wolves, I had a protogen at one point, husky, and so on. I had a bunch of ones. Maroon asks, who are some good furry artists to commission from? Instantly, I have my top 3 favorite. It is Myla Fox, Dark as Night Creations, wow, sorry, I can't speak today, and Ring Studios. All 3 of their links will be right down below. If you want to commission them, I suggest you do. They have really good prices, and I think you'll be beyond happy with the piece that you'll receive from anyone. Jade asks, how do I make friends in the fandom online? Now, I have probably 2 really good suggestions for this. First one being Instagram. Instagram is really easy to use. It's pretty quick to understand. You find a lot of furries on here. And then my other one is Furry Amino. Now, Furry Amino is a great app, but it is very difficult to use in the beginning, and it's a lot of things to absorb if you're just first starting out. However, once you're able to like figure out your groove and the way you want to, you know, be around in it, you have, you know, all different types of group chats for, you know, any kind of person or, you know, any talking point and so on. You have, you know, video chats, voice chats, you have, you know, like the trending page, you can find people who kind of have the similar likings to you. Like, you have a lot of different ways to be able to fit in with people in the furry fandom, more than just trying to find a friend. Official Wolfie asks, are you going to make a fursuit by yourself? Absolutely not. I would love to make a fursuit by myself, but I'm already bad at like arts and crafts. I've always have been, and trying to give me, you know, a needle, a thread, some fur, and then, you know, all this different type of stuff, I would be terrible at it. I would love to learn one day, that's for sure. I Roll the Wolf, and actually a few others, asks, how did I find the furry fandom, and how old was I, yikes, when I became a furry? Now, how I found the furry fandom was back in the early days of YouTube. They would have rave videos, and the rave videos always had like a furry picture for the thumbnail. And I always liked them, and I was always curious about them. After, you know, a couple more clicks and research, I figured out that they were furries. I started to make my own Fursona. I joined, you know, a couple social medias, and I made my way from there. And how old was I? I was 11 years old at the time, and now I'm 19. I'm really old. Midnight Fox asks, where do you get all these cute outfits from? First of all, thank you. Second of all, I usually get them from Spencer's, Amazon, And then if it comes to like swimsuits and stuff, usually I'll get them at like Pink. However, like smaller, like there's a couple of pieces I have that are just from everywhere. Like the main point right now is like Target, but that's because that's practically the only thing open. I just try to expand my wardrobe in a bunch of different ways, but yeah, for the time being, it's those three things. Blue Snapper asks, what is one thing you have always wanted to do? Absolutely, I can answer that 100%. I want to go to a furry convention so badly. You have no idea. I have so many friends I want to meet. I just really, really want to go. I want to have a fun time, and I want to try something new. Cujo the Wolf asks, how do you manage to be so amazing? Aw, that's really sweet, actually. Well, I don't really know. The best thing I can say is I always try to be as open-minded and patient with people as I can. And I always try and make everyone feel welcomed no matter who they are and, you know, what they're going through. Cinnabon Bun asks, I need to know, what is your favorite shade of blue? It is probably cyan. Question is, how is life? And I'm really wondering what your daily routine is like. Life is pretty good at the moment, I would say. Corona still doesn't really help with it, but I'll get over it. Mainly just a little tired here and there, but I've been having a lot of fun lately. I miss being able to do YouTube, do photo shoots, and now I'm doing it, you know, once or twice a week, which is honestly such an amazing feeling to be back again. And as for the daily routine, I guess if people really wanted to see that, like a daily furry routine video, let me know down in the comments or message me on Instagram, and if I get enough votes, then I'll do it. Kev Kirby asks, what is my favorite flower? All time, my favorite flower has to either be a rose or a tulip. Juno asks, how has the Corona break been for me? I would say I hate it. It's not really a break. You know, I hate not being able to go out to exactly everywhere like I want or see things, especially like already one of my furry conventions I said I was planning to go to is already canceled. But besides the point, you know, going to the mall or even going to the movie theaters, it's just really sad to not be able to really do those things anymore. And I'm beyond excited for things to go back to normal. Yes, Nan asks, what is my favorite season of the year? Definitely not spring because of pollen and rain. Definitely not fall because I hate when it's getting colder and all the leaves fall off the trees. And I hate winter again because it's cold and the trees look ugly. I would say summer is my absolute favorite season. I love really, really, really hot weather. I'm like built for fursuits. I love like mid 90s and low 100 degree weather. I can do that all day long. I absolutely love it. Nick Wolf asks, what was my inspiration for my Fursona? My inspiration for my Fursona, for this one anyway, I actually made it on one of those like Fursona generator sites. I know that sounds like really stupid. But if you remember, like, my first official, like, blueberry I ever had, it had, like, the stripes on its, like, shoulders and everything like that. It had a lot more details than what it did now. I'm glad I got rid of them, though, because they did not look the best. But, yeah, it was because of a furry generator, and I was trying to think of a way. And then, obviously, blueberries. It's in the name. I absolutely love blueberries. And, yeah. Buzzlight asks, if I've told my parents that I'm furry or transgender yet, and how was their reaction? Transgender, no, I have not. Furry, yes. They had to figure out at one point. I mean, no matter what, I was gonna have this fursuit shipped to me. But the way, I can't remember exactly how they found out. I think they were going on my phone at one point, and they just saw that I had, you know, like my Instagram with furries and everything, and like DeviantArt and everything. I think that was the way they figured it out. And for the most part, they didn't really seem to care. Hi there. Sorry to interrupt the video. I just wanted to say a couple quick things. The first one being that the National Furry Graphic thing that I said in the beginning of the video, I'm actually going to hold it from this video. We're deciding to maybe see if we can salvage it or maybe even try and restart it because it really was that good of an idea. And we think if we put maybe more time and like effort into it, it would look a lot better than what it actually came out to be. And then just a couple quick things, such as in the next video, you should see a lot more improvements. I have purchased a mic, so my voice will be a lot, more louder and not as, muffled as it probably already sounds already. The next thing is I purchased a new editing program. Now the reason for this is because with the one I have now, I'm kind of limited on what I can do. However, I wanted one where I could have more features and details and add, more effects into the video just to keep it, not bland or boring, and it has more that catches your eye. So hopefully within this next week, while I play around with it, I can get the handle on it, and the next video you should also be seeing an improvement on that as well. Alright, and the third and final thing that I just briefly wanted to go over was, if you could not tell, this video was actually a day late. So to make up for that, I will be posting a video this Saturday as well as next Saturday. And on top of that, I went on Instagram a few days ago and asked you guys, how could I make it up to you? And I got a large amount of votes for a 10,000 follower giveaway on my Instagram. So if you haven't already, go down in the description, follow me on Instagram, and stay tuned for the giveaway within this next week. It will be a full body art commission from none other than Ring Studios. I will post it very soon, and you will get the info of how you can enter. In the meantime, thank you so much for your support and watching this video till the end. Stay safe and have a podtastic day. Bye!